With self-sufficiency as the someday goal, my first gardening days were purely practical. I browsed through seed catalogs with an iron will, bypassing the flower sections with a steely gaze, and a resolve set to my jaw. I was convinced I didn't need that flouncy, frivolous, floral frippery in my veggie patch. I was serious about gardening after all, and I didn't have time for needless plants. Well, I'm older and wiser, and my garden has changed significantly since my flower-free days. I have many varieties of flowers that grow alongside my practical plants, and I certainly don't see them as mere garden garnishes anymore. If you're like I was and you just don't see the point of planting flowers when you could be planting food plants, allow me to state my case. Number 1, flowers attract pollinators. Some vegetables we eat from our vegetable gardens are vegetative, leaves, roots, and stems that can grow with or without pollination. But for the gardener, growing fruits such as cucumbers, squash, okra, and the like, pollination is critical for a good harvest. An abundance of flowers in the garden acts like a flashing billboard for passing pollinators and other beneficial insects, calling them down to buzz, bumble, and rummage through blossoms and get the pollen flowing.
Pollen power, kid. More pollen, more flowers, more nectar, more honey for us. Cool.
Pollination is especially important for the seed-saving gardener because many of the seeds we hope to harvest for next year are dependent on the ministrations of passing insects. There's nothing more disappointing than waiting months for a finished seed harvest only to open up the seed pods or fruit and realize they were under-pollinated. Number 2, many are edible. Granted, you're not going to be able to stock your winter pantry with flowers, but the fact that so many flowers are edible has got to be a mark in their favor for the practical homesteader set on food production. You might be surprised to learn what flavors can be harvested from the flower bed. Here is a very incomplete list of flowers that can be just as home on the dinner plate or teacup as they are in a vase. Borage. Both the leaves and the blue star flowers of borage are a tasty addition to tea or salad, with a cucumber-like flavor that is cool and fresh to the palate. Bees think that they're great too. Marigold. Now all marigolds are safe to munch, but some are better than others. Tagetes lucida, sometimes called Mexican mint marigold or sweet mace, is a standout species that is specifically grown as a culinary herb. It can take the place of tarragon and is a tasty tea in its own right. Butterfly pea. Butterfly peas look just too pretty to eat, but their true blue hue has long been used to both color and flavor food and drink in Thailand. When brewed in a beverage, the addition of lemon juice will transform the blue tea to a vibrant pink. Nasturtium. The leaves, flowers, and unripe seeds of nasturtium are all edible, with a sweet radish-like bite that is delightful in salads or omelets. Some folks even pickle the seeds as a caper alternative. Chives. Chive blossoms are one of my favorite flowers to use in salads, pastas, omelets, pizza, and more. The flowers taste like a sweet onion and can be used either whole or torn apart and sprinkled. Anise hyssop. Anise hyssop is a sweetly aromatic plant that makes an excellent tea. Some people say that aroma and flavor are similar to licorice, but I have to admit, however, my plants remind me of pink bubblegum.
This piece of gum I'm chewing right at this moment, I've been working on for 3 months solid. That's a record.
But in a natural, good way? It's hard to explain, but easy to like once you've tasted it. Stocks. Full disclosure, I have not yet had the pleasure of munching on stock blossoms. The folks at Baker Creek, however, declare this to be their favorite edible flower, with clove-scented blossoms that can be used both for salads or color in sweet foods. I hope you don't need me to remind you that just because some flowers are edible, however, that doesn't mean that all are edible. Some are just tasteful and a few are just downright dangerous, castor bean being one of the most toxic. If you have young children with you in the garden, be sure to accompany them in your flower browsing and do not let them forage unattended. Number 3, many are medicinal. As Hippocrates said, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Many of the edible flowers that we grow can double, triple as medical herbs. Yarrow is a butterfly magnet that has been used for fevers and wounds. Lavender offers spikes of lovely purple flowers that can be used in soothing skin treatments or calming anxiety. All the members of the mallow family, including pretty standouts like hibiscus and the amusingly named outhouse flower, are rich in mucilage, which adds a soothing, healing effect when used in a poultice. To go through the potential medicinal uses of every suitable garden flower would take ages, so I hope instead that you pick up where I've stopped and do some research of your own. When choosing plants to pretty up your garden, find out if they have herbal medicine qualities as well. I recommend glancing through Maud Greaves' exhaustive Modern Herbal as a starting point. You may be surprised how many options there are. Number 4. Many repel pests. Now, just because we humans like the look and smell of big blossoms does not mean that all in the animal kingdom share a perspective. Many animals, particularly those that we consider pests, detest certain flowers.
There is a dangerous smell, people. Hold on, what is that?
Organic gardeners can use this fact to their advantage by planting distasteful plants around our vulnerable food plants, maximizing our garden's beauty and yields in one fell stroke. Marigolds are a well-known deterrent, with blossoms that are supposed to make cats, cabbage butterflies, and harmful nematodes look the other way from your brassica crops. The flowers pictured here are the nematocidal version of marigold, are supposed to be ones that can help with root knot nematodes that bother gardeners in the tropics and deep south. I've also heard that castor beans can ward off voles, cleome can be used as a trap plant for harlequin bugs to protect your cabbages, and chives repel aphids. Now, the one plant I'm most excited to try out this summer is nasturtium, which purportedly repels squash bugs. Now, I'm going to let you know what I find, because if that's true, I will plant nasturtium the rest of my days. Number 5, they can improve vegetables. Now, we've published a lot about companion planting over there on Insteading, so much that we have a dedicated section on companion plants. You should go check it out at the description box link, it's below. Now, suffice to say, if you're interested in knowing which plants are friends, you may be able to buddy up pretty flowers and veggies for your most bountiful garden yet. Number 6, they're pretty. Now, let's be honest, my early days puritanical view of the garden left some beauty to be desired. Who says that everything has to be practical? When you're taking the time to grow your own food and work your own soil, reserve an additional moment to plant some beauty alongside the beans is time well spent. Sure, that tiny space may have grown one more carrot, but if you find yourself smiling as a bumblebee tumbles along borage blossoms, you'll know that space was well used. There's a lot in this world that can make you sad, frustrated, angry, and depressed. If you can plant something that creates the opposite for yourself, you've done something worthwhile. Now, did any of you also start out planting only veggies and then have a flower-embracing conversion? Do you have any favorite flowers that join you in the garden? And what are some doubly/triply useful flowers that you've discovered? What are some plants you couldn't imagine a growing year without? Let us know in the comments below, and happy planting!